When I was younger and in high school, I never thought that anything my parents had to say was of importance to me. But of course, it turns out I was wrong. When you slack off, you only make it harder on yourself, and in the end, it is only you who suffers. When I was in high school, I went through a rebellion stage, and I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about, you can relate to. My parents moved my sisters and I out of the only city we knew, and the city that we grew up in the beginning of my freshman year in high school. Of course, we didn't know anyone, so my older sister and I cut classes most of our days. We failed most of the classes, and in the end struggled just to finish high school. It all started when my parents decided it was time for a change in our lives. The beginning of my freshman year, my parents announced that my family and I would be moving to a new city. At first, we were all excited about it, but then I realized that I would be leaving behind my friends, and when I absolutely hated the idea of moving. Once I got to my new school, I realized that my new friends would never compare to my old friends, so my older sister and I decided that we would cut class and hopped on the bus to our old high school. We somehow convinced our friends to cut and hang out with us, and that was the beginning of the end for me. I remember when one of my older sister's teacher actually caught us cutting one day and called our mom. We got in a lot of trouble during the first couple years in high school because of that. My sister and I started missing so much class that we started to fail most of our classes. We weren't completing any assignments, of course, because we were never in school. We missed so many days that the school reported our truancies, and my mom and I ended up in court. My mom and I had to sign truancy papers and a contract stating that I would have to go to school or else my mom would have to be fined thousands of dollars. I must say that that was a turning point for me. I finally realized the error of my ways and decided that I needed to take charge of my life. My struggles the last couple of years were very trying for me. I was in regular high school from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. and then in night school from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. every day. I had triple the load of homework and classwork, and I must admit that it was very stressful for me. I also lost the trust of my parents during all of this time. They questioned everything I did and everywhere I went. My older sister and I caused a lot of disappointment in our family. We were also setting a very bad example for our two younger sisters who looked up to us. I must admit that I felt a lot of resentment and anger towards my parents in the beginning, and that's the reason why I felt that it was okay to slack off in school. I also felt that high school were the worst years for me of my life because of all the struggles that I went through. So remember, when you slack off, you only make it harder for yourself. And in the end, it is only you who struggles. I struggled during the last couple of years of my high school life because I hardly went to class, didn't do any homework, any classwork, and didn't listen to my parents. But in the end, I believe everything I did was worth it. I felt accomplished and victorious when I did finally walk the stage. I was proud of myself, and I could tell just by looking at my parents' faces that they were proud of me too. I gotta say that that was a